is playing the Garba. Good to see, finally it has started. If you can recall it a bit, last time around we had calculated the value at risk. Now at value at risk, first we had the confidence level and the worst probability of 5%. We were finding that, in all the chances we have to make the loss, what is the maximum loss we will be making with 95% of the confidence? So that was the value at risk in terms of rupees. Now let's try to find the value at risk in a reverse calculation. First of all, I'll give you, please try to understand my question very well. You may put this in the back of your mind with utmost attention. Everyone try to hear this. If I say that if your portfolio, all bachas and bachis, is 10 lakhs rupees, and I give you average and standard deviation of the returns of your portfolio based on certain history I have seen, and if I tell you that what is the probability of making 1 lakh rupees of loss, now that's a reverse calculation. Here you do not have the confidence level. Here you are supposed to find the probability of making the loss of 1 lakh rupees or more when it comes to the returns from your portfolio. So it's the reverse engineering we are following right now. Some people would still be little bit here and there. You would be like, sir, आप है ना वो Excel में बताओ तो अच्छी तरह से मालूम पड़ता है. Okay, no worries. I am there on the Excel, sharing my screen with all of you. Again, very good morning to all those who have joined. Yes, Sneha was of the opinion, sir, we can't see the screen. It was not started only, Sneha. It was just a monologue from my side till now. Now here we are there on the screen. Okay, so let me give you one circumstance. Everyone should try to understand this situation. Say your portfolio is 10 lakhs rupees. This is your portfolio amount. And I want to know that loss of 1 lakh. What is the probability of loss of 1 lakh rupees in your portfolio? If you expect certain return, which is an average return, is, say, for example, 5% you have got, and the standard deviation, say, for example, is the 3% you have got, then what is the probability of making 1 lakh rupees of loss? And when I say 1 lakh rupees of loss, that means it's in minus, yes or no, everyone? Now please try to understand this return and average might be in a different time horizon. It might be monthly, it can be yearly, it can be 6 monthly, it can be quarterly, it can be daily. Here in this case, if average and standard deviation are yearly in nature, then loss is also yearly in nature. If these are quarterly, then the loss is also quarterly. If these are monthly, then loss is also monthly. So let me frame this question well for you again, that if you have the portfolio of 10 lakhs rupees, dear bachas and bachis, then what is the probability of making 1 lakh rupees of loss on monthly basis? If your average expectation from that is 5% and standard deviation of the return is 3%. Now, in any calculations related to the value at risk, my dear fellas and fellies, you must have two things. One is average, another one is SD, else it is not possible to be calculated. In last question that we did in the last lecture, the confidence level was given to us. We were finding that what is the maximum loss we will be making in the 5% worst probability, or I can say what is the maximum loss I can say with 95% of the confidence level. So we were finding that, what is that return percentage coming in this bottom 5%, and then we were finding that particular amount. So that was the value at risk. Now here in this case, value at risk is given to you. Loss is given to you. You are supposed to find the probability of this based on the information given to you. Now let's start solving this without wasting much of time. I hope my students and studenties have got this. If you can just give me a confirmation if you have got this question well. Hello. Hello. May I have a confirmation if you have understood this question well? Yes or no? Bachas and bachis. Shall I give you another question? Yes, Miss Neha has said yes. Miss Chitra too. Okay, some people were like, sir, we joined late. How can we know that? Okay, that's not my problem. It's your problem. You joined late. Still, I would repeat. Mhm. Let's take another example. Say your portfolio is 50 lakhs rupees. And what is the probability of, say, 5 lakhs rupees of loss on monthly basis? When I say loss, that means in minus, right? If the standard deviation is 5 percentage and the average return is say 3 percentage. If these are the two details given to you, then what is the probability of making 5 lakhs rupees of loss? As simple as that. So I am writing the question as well in front of you. You may take a snap of it. Question is, what is the probability of making 5 lakhs rupees of loss? As simple as that. So here there would be a reverse calculation, bachas and bachis. Average and standard deviation is something which you might have found by the historical pattern of this particular portfolio, or you must have done some estimates based on the details you have. Right now, finding the SD and standard deviation is not that much complicated. Based on the returns which are given to you, average is nothing but the sum divided by the number of observations. You people are already aware about it. Even SD can be found by applying a very simple formula of the statistic, and you find the SD of the returns. Now let's start solving this sum. This is my question number 1 for today. Now everyone please try to understand. Now if such kind of a question is there in front of you, the first task you would be doing, you will first prepare the density bell curve like this, and here you will try to put the details which you have. Okay, let me put the details here. Now this is the average line of my standard distribution, and say for example this is my average, this is my 1 SD, this is my 2 SD, and say this is my 3 SD. So on negative side as well we have the standard deviation. Say this is my 1 SD, here I have 2 SD, and here I have 3 SD. Okay, now say for example the average, let's put everything we have in the question. Average is how much? Oh my god, laptop is doing everything without even informing me. Some people would be like, sir, you are so authoritative, why laptop needs to inform you for everything? बट बेटा वो मुझे पूछे बिना कुछ भी चालू कर दे तो मैं क्या करूं? ऐसा तो नहीं होना चाहिए ना. ये बंद भी नहीं हो रहा है, देखो बंद हो जाए हीरो. ओ माय गॉड, ये बंद कहाँ से होता है? हाँ हो गया, थैंक यू. Okay, so the average is 3 percentage. I'm writing 3 percentage there. Now can someone tell me what will be the return percentage at 1 SD? Now please ignore this side, huh? Because this is the positive side where you make the profit. Now there is no need to put over there something you know, 1SD, 2SD or something. Let's try to first fill out this negative side. We people are so negative, we want to first find the negative things. Yes, it's not the negativity. If you would have observed, that is slightly off the tracks. Science works little bit negatively. You must have observed this in your research methodology too. You must have observed that you try to frame the null hypothesis, and you try to experiment, and you try to find certain observations based on the null hypothesis, which is exactly in reverse of what hypothesis you want to present. So if I give you a very simple example, that if you frame the hypothesis that all the crows are black, then science will try to find the crows which are white. And if science will be able to find the crows which are white, no, then your hypothesis will be failed to accept it. So that's how the science works. And this is also required because there is something called confirmation bias, and every investors face this confirmation bias. Now, what is this confirmation bias? Now, in order to think positively, what does people do? They find the information which is suitable to their opinions. If you are of the opinion that Ronak sir is not a good person, then you will try to find every information. Your mind will be habituated to find information which is, aligning with the opinion which you have set. So all the information which will be suitable to your opinion, only that information you will take into consideration, and other information you will ignore. Now that's how it works. That's called the confirmation bias. We try to confirm our opinion, and we try to find the information which is, which is related to our opinion. So that's why science tells you that this bias is the most dangerous bias. If you want to prove anything, go to reverse. Please try to find that what is there exactly in reverse. If people are of the opinion that crows are black, then let me try to find the crows which are white. I'll not go, in the entire town and will find the crows which are black. That would be just confirming my opinion. I would try to find the crows which are white. That's how the science works. Okay, some people would be like, sir, इसकी इसमें क्या जरूरत थी? But बेटा फिर वो लिंक आती आती मेरे को लगा कि थोड़ा सा नॉलेज दे दो बच्चों को. So can someone tell me what is the first SD we have here? The SD is 5%. If you reduce 5% from 3%, so at first SD you would have the -2% return, if I'm not wrong. Yes or no? Okay, from -2, if you will reduce 5% more, because one standard is SD is equal to 5%. So -2 में से और एक 5% less करेंगे बेचास, so you would reach to -7%. और -7% में और एक 5% अगर तुम लेस करोगे तो थर्ड एसटी पे तुम पहुंच जाओगे -12%. Yes or no? And I had told you that here in this region we have a probability around 34%. In this region we have probability around 13%. And for rest of the region we have the probability around 3%, right? Now let's try to see that where our region is lying. Now, if you find the loss in percentage, then what will be the loss in percentage? Here, what is the loss you have? Loss is 5 lakhs rupees. So in terms of percentage, your loss would be how much? Percentage of loss, or I can say percentage return which is in loss. So that is 5 lakhs divided by your portfolio is how much? 50 lakhs. So that comes at 10%. -10%, yes or no? And -10% is somewhere between 2SD and 3SD, if you must have observed here. See, my mouse cursor is over there, or I'm drawing the line over there. So it's there in this area, because -10% return falls over there between 2SD and 3SD in your negative side. I hope you have got my interpretation. Is everyone there with me till now? What did I do? I just found the loss which is in percentage first of all. Then what did I do? Then I saw that where is the region where this 10 percentage of loss may be lying, and I could identify that my 10 percentage of loss is between 2 standard deviation, 3 standard deviation away from the average, on negative side obviously. Is it clear till now, everyone there with me? Miss Neha, Miss Chitra, Miss Leela, I have got the confirmation. From Mr. Jor, I am yet to. From Miss Creamy, I am yet to. From Mr. Sagar as well. From Mr. Dhananjay, I have got. From Mr. Yas Agarwal. Okay, Miss Dhruvi as well. Thank you. Miss Shivangi too. Thank you. So let's try to find the exact probability now. Okay, so what is a very simple kind of a calculation you have done till now is that you have found the percentage of loss and you have just established that where your return is there. Okay, once it is done, then you may go to the table. Now please try to identify. To go to the table, you must have the standard deviation, and if you have the standard deviation, then you may go over there. Now where is this 10 percentage return? We need to identify that. At what standard deviation there would be this 10 percentage return? Can someone tell me how can we do this? How can we do that? How can we find that between 2 and 3 SD we have got? Now at what is exact SD at which there would be this standard deviation? There is no rocket science. It is just a basic mathematical calculation. If you can just play a logic here, right? See, you have got to know that -7 to -12 is somewhere between 2 and 3 SD. So what is the exact SD in decimal where 10 percentage loss is staying? I hope you have got my question well. Try to think on it. Have a brainstorming for a 1 minute. Try to identify some solution. I think my bachas and bachis will be able to. छोटा सा simple सा mathematical exercise. Okay, Sneha is saying that 1.53 standard deviation, sir. एक तो मालूम पड़ गया है कि वो टू स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन से अवे है बेटा. 10 परसेंटेज लॉस है, वो 2 स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन से अवे है. वो तो मालूम पड़ गया कि नहीं पड़ गया इसमें से, और 3 से पहले होगा. 2 से बाद में है और 3 से पहले है. इतना मालूम पड़ा कि नहीं पड़ा? यस और नो? तो 2 के बाद कुछ है. तो 2 के बाद कुछ है, वो क्या है? वो कुछ है, वो क्या है? तो हमें उनको बोलेंगे कि कुछ होता है, ऐसा कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. हमें मालूम है कि 2 और 3 के बीच में है. सर कैसे है 2 और 3 के बीच में? Now let's try to do the simple mathematics. It is something which is more than 2 standard deviations. I am writing 2 SD plus something on negative side, right? So what is this something now? Now 1 standard deviation, or I may say 5 percentage return is equal to 1 standard deviation, right? Then 3 percentage return would be equal to how many standard deviation? So this is something, because if you move entirely a 1 standard deviation, no, then 5 percentage return is there, because 1 SD equal to 5 percentage, right? But we are supposed to move only up to 3 percentage further, because up to -7 so we have already done. Up to -7 we have already reached, that is at 2 SD. Remaining is just a 3 percentage return now. If you move 1 SD, then 5% return you are moving. So if you want to just move by 3%, what will be the SD? I hope it is clear to everyone now. So what you will do, you will just do the cross multiplication, 3 divided by 5. Can someone give me the answer? 0.6. Okay. So I can say that, my exact standard deviation, which is there on the negative side, would be 2.6 SD on negative side. You must have observed this now. Because, see, at 2 SD, we were already there. We were finding that 2 plus something, right? Now, what is that something? That something is nothing but, if one standard deviation you move, no, then there is a 5% of return which is moving. But we want to just move up to 3% now, because at 2 standard deviation we have already reached to minus 7%. We are just right now covering the rest 3%. And the rest 3% will be taking how many standard deviations? So we are doing the cross multiplication, 3 divided by 5. So you have got 0.6. So you have got the answer that your probability is 2.65 standard deviations, 2.6 standard deviations away from the average. So now what we'll do? We will go to our table. What do we call the Z table? And in Z table, on negative side, we will go to 2.6. Everyone, please find 2.6. Minus 2.6. And at minus 2.6, after 2.6, there is no decimal. So we are assuming that it would be 0, 0 only, right? If it would have been like 2.61, then we would have gone to the first column. This is first. Oh, sorry, second. But it is pure 2.6 only. So we would there in the first column itself. So at 2.6, you must be able to see in the first column that there is a probability of 0.004 0.00466. Please check it. 0.00466. And this is nothing but the probabilities you have based on the standard deviation. That is what the Z table is. I hope you are getting it. Give me a confirmation so I can move ahead. At 2.6, this left hand side you are able to see, that is the SD. And these are the various probabilities at that SD. So at 2.6, what is the probability you have? That is 0.00466. Yes or no? All of you? May I have a confirmation from all of you? Good. One thing we established that our loss of 10% is 2.6 standard deviation away from the average. Now 2.6 standard deviation mein, what is the probability of achieving the 2.6 standard deviation loss? The probability of achieving the 2.6 standard deviation loss is 0.00466. So I may write it over there, which is 0.0 0.0466. Okay, so this is the probability at which 2.6 SD is there. And if I convert this into percentages, you may let me know what is the percentage we have got. You just need to multiply that with 100. So I guess 0.46% probability is there that you may have a loss which is equal to how much? 5 lakhs in your return. Is it clear, everyone? May I move ahead if you are done with this? Please write this down. I know this is little bit messy, but from next sum onwards we would try to frame it in little bit systematic and civilized manner, so that it can be referred as well again. Giving you 1 minute. If anyone wanna have some question, they may clarify this to me. And now I am giving one more sum which you are solving right now, everyone. Your portfolio is, and I'll also solve it along with you. You say for example 5 lakhs. What is the probability of making 20,000 of rupees loss? Right? Your average return is say 3%, and standard deviation is say 2.5%. Now try to find the probability from this detail. You may take a snap of it. So how you should start working, everyone? You first draw this kind of a bell shape so that you will be able to get the distribution well. First of all, I'm sorry, little bit. So here you have like this. I know it's not perfectly in bell shape curve, so let's try to put everything there first. At average I have 3%, and standard deviation is 2.5%. So let's take 1 SD here, 2 SD here, and 3 SD here. Okay, so from 3 you would reduce 2.5, so here you get 0.5% of return. From 0.5 you again reduce 2.5, so you get minus 2% return here. And from minus 2% you again reduce 2.5, so you get minus 4.5% return over here. Okay, when I talk about this 20,000 of rupees loss, what is that loss in percentage? First of all, so loss in percentage equal to 20,000 divided by 5 lakhs. Can someone give me what is the percentage of loss we have here? multiplied by 100 you will have to do. Every one of you would just give me that. 20 divided by 5 lakhs. All everyone, I know the answer, but I want answer from my students. Miss Dhruvi, everyone, Mr. Sagar, let me know the answer. 20 divided by 5. No confirmation yet from the students, everyone. Okay, 4 percentage. So where does this 4 percentage stay? Let's now this 4 percentage is minus, right? So you must have observed that 4 percentage is more than minus 2, but lesser than minus 4.5. So again, your SD is somewhere between 2 and 3. It might be somewhere over here. So you must have observed that your, you know, your return is somewhere which is more than 2 SD. So let's try to see that now. So 2 SD plus something. So what is that something first of all? So that something ke andar we would try to put this calculation. Say if we want to move one standard deviation, no, that will be equal to how much? 2.5 percentage return. But we want to just move the remaining percentage of return which is there. See here at 2SD we are already at minus 2. We want to reach to minus 4. So we want to just further go to 2 percentage more, right? So if we want to go 2 percentage more, then what will be the SD? I'm again clarifying that at 2.5 percentage you will have to move to 1 SD. So at 2 percentage what will be the SD? So you would do this 2 divided by 2.5. Can someone give me the answer there? 2 divided by 2.5. 0.8. Good. So 0.8. So that means your return of minus 4 percentage is somewhere at 2.8 SD. I can write it like return of minus 4 percentage is at 2.8 SD. Now at 2.8 SD, what is the probability we can see from the Z table? Let's go to the Z table and find 2.8. See, if that would have been 2.81, then we would have seen the second column. If that would have been 2.82, we would have seen the third column here. If that would have been 2.83, we would have seen fourth column. But it is just 2.8, nothing else. So at 2.8, you have 0.00256. So I have 0.00256. And if I try to convert that into percentage, that comes at 0.256 percentage if you multiply that with 100, right? So I can write in the conclusion that the probability of making 4 percentage of loss is 0.256 percentage. Is it clear, everyone? Please write it down and then we may end for the day. So this is it as far as the value at risk by standard, standard normal distribution method is concerned. Now next lecture we will take value at risk by historical base. That will be even simpler than this, do not worry. Once it is done, then you may let me know. Has everyone got it well? Okay, the final confirmation I am receiving, I am taking from all of you. Has everyone done it perfectly well? Then you may give me a confirmation. If anything is there further to be taken, you may let me know. Else I'm assuming that bachas and bachis have got it perfectly. Okay, may I have a confirmation? Last one, every one of you in the chat box. Then I'm signing off this lecture. All of you. I hope you people would have written this.